It is no secret organization is key to student success. In today's Back to School series, Marley Pinchuk has a look at tools your child can use to stay on top of assignments all year long.
Good morning. Happy first day of school.
Staying organized is key for academic success. So how can you help your child build good habits that stick? Dr. Ashley Stevens with Cabell County Schools says it starts with finding a system that works and recognizing that may look different from student to student.
We've got lots of options from a paper pencil, kind of planner that has a place where you can write your due dates and your assignments. We have digital options of the same thing where you have a calendar that you can put things in and kind of reference it wherever you are. And even in our learning management systems like Schoology, you can pop in and your assignments kind of populate for their due dates. So it doesn't matter what your child does. It matters that your child does something that works for them. And for families, that's a great place to come alongside and say, how are you going to? Because you've got a middle schooler or a high schooler now, and so there's more autonomy. How are you going to keep up with all of this? What can I do to support you? What do you need? For some students, they really favor the zipper binders. Do you remember those? Yeah. That have all the different folders and they're color-coded. Some kids really, really love that because it allows them to physically organize their things. They are a different color or in a different space. Others just want it on a note on a device or in a tablet. So it really just depends. But talking through the options with your child, maybe showing them what works for you, or people in your family may have different ways.
For new middle schoolers, the combination lock can be daunting. Stevens says practicing now can help relieve stress later on.
And I think it's the separation from your things, the concept that there might be something I really need and I can't get to it in the time that I have. Changing classes, I think, also kind of adds to that because they feel like they're on the clock to get to their locker and get back. Those combination locks are readily available and inexpensive, and you can pick them up anywhere. So I would encourage you not to wait and teach them their lock combination on their school locker. Grab one now because the concept is the same.
Of course, with high school comes higher expectations. So Stevens says this is the time for students to think about getting and staying on a path to success.
It is really important to kind of refocus and see, in my organizational structure, is there something missing? Or is it great for a couple weeks and then it falls apart? How do we work it and retool it? And also reminding your kids, in middle school it's easy to think I'm maybe not going to use this, or maybe nobody's ever going to look at this, or I can pull back because it's the end of the year, or it's been a tough semester. But everything counts in high school, and so we're really. I don't want to put pressure on anybody, as they begin, but if they are going to be, trying to strive for scholarships or acceptance into places that are exceptionally, difficult to get into, every class counts, and sometimes that means every assignment counts depending on the structure of the class. So just kind of having that conversation about all right, that was a great practice and we've learned a lot of good stuff, but this is the game, this is the real one.
Stevens says it may take some trial and error to find out what works best, but once they've got it, organization can feel like muscle memory and lead to success all throughout school. Marley Pinchuk, WSAZ.
And Dr. Ashley Stevens also says open houses are a great way to get comfortable with your child's new school. Kids can practice going through their schedule, so it's not so daunting on that very first day. On another note, Stevens says if your child is into different colored pens and highlighters, that could help elevate the note-taking process in class and make it a little more fun and enjoyable. If you'd like to check out today's Back to School story again or watch our previous stories we aired this week, you can scan that QR code on your screen and it will take you back to the Back to School page on WSAZ.com.